Julia Ann McCarthy was born on March 1875 in County Cork, Ireland. She lived on a farm with her 8 brothers and sisters. One of her sisters and one of her brothers left for America, and she decided that she must also go, but alone. Before she left, sometime between 1900 and 1904, she had an Irish wake, and as expected was never able to return to Ireland. Though this was very sad for her, she was able to find a job and make a good life in America. After emigrating to the United States from Ireland, Julia McCarthy at first tried to find a position in Boston as a governess. She knew a lot about children because of all of her younger brothers and sisters in Ireland. At first, she was unable to find a position, but one day she saw a sign that said domestics. She wasn't sure what that meant, but she figured she would try to find out. Her aunt introduced her to the Proctor family, who has relations to the Procter & Gamble family, and they hired her as a laundress. Although her hands were raw and bleeding from the bleach she had to use to get the clothes white, she did the job without complaint. It paid enough so she could share an unheated attic with 2 other girls. After a little more than a year, her employers noticed that she had amazing manners, and she was promoted to be a maid. Eventually, she became a nanny to the children of the house, assisting the governess. She learned along with the children. She often said that the lessons in deportment and etiquette that she learned in that house stayed with her for the rest of her life. For a girl raised on a farm in Ireland, it was an on-the-job education, although one would have never guessed her humble origins based on the manner she displayed throughout her work. Later, she married the son of a prominent Boston family. His last name was the same as hers, McCarthy, but William McCarthy had the benefit of an education and a family that cherished him. It was fortunate that Julia McCarthy had the experience of hard work and perseverance, because when William McCarthy became mentally ill, she had to bring up a family of 5 children by herself. Although she was extremely poor when she left from Ireland, Julia was able, through perseverance and hard work, to be self-sufficient until she met her husband who could support her. She is a good example of the American dream because despite the stereotypes against the Irish at the time, she was still able to find work and make a life for herself alone.